the next stage that I identified was the process of rebooting your value proposition. How do we reboot the value proposition in terms of process? And as an unapologetic process person, I like to follow this process by saying, tell me what it is that you can do for me. What are your differences? How do you express them? What are the customer risks that I have? Show me, what is your sales material? What is your support material that will support the promises you make, how effortless it is for me to do business, and how can you tackle the risks that I will make in doing business with you? If you are based in Northern Ireland and I'm in England, Scotland, or Wales, how will you service my business? Can you show me how you do that? Can you show me how you do that with other customers? Can you show me your digital marketing, your social media? Can you show me what materials you use to support that? Case studies, testimonials, the process of engaging with you. And then how much effort do I need to make? Can you tell me realistically, how much effort am I going to have to make? Not from your point of view, but from my point of view, the customer. And then can you explicitly set out for me what the real cost of doing business with you will be? What we then did was I sat down, and a long time ago we developed a value proposition action plan template. And quite simply, if you move from left to right, the first thing that I encourage clients to do is to say, tell me about each of these items and score yourself. In terms of what you do for customers, do you explicitly set that out in the mind of the customer? Do you explicitly set out what your differences are and compared to other suppliers, competition, current suppliers? Do you explicitly set out, from my point of view, the customer, what the risks are of doing business with you? Am I concerned about your expertise, your stock holding, your ability to service me, return on investment? The risks that I have you attended to them? And how do you score? And then show me, tell me about and show me the material you use to convince me, your sales material, the language you use when we first engage, should it be on the telephone, on Zoom, in a one-to-one meeting? And how would you score yourself? And then in the mind of the customer, have you explicitly identified how much effort I need to make as a customer? And then tell me about your pricing. A number of clients that I work with will say, when I get a quotation, I quite often don't understand how much I'm going to be paying. So from the customer's point of view, how easy is your quote to your costing or your pricing in the mind of the customer? And then what I invite people to do is I say, score yourself. Just simply score yourself and say, how would we score out of 10? And as you can see, if you go right over to the far side, to the far right hand, I then say to people, after you've gone through the initial value proposition rebooting process, how would you score yourself? And as a rough rule of thumb, what I often say to clients is what you should aim to do is whatever your base score is in terms of your value proposition audit across the various value items, you should be aiming to double your score. And by that, I mean, if you score yourself 10, let's aim for 20. If you score yourself 20, let's aim for 40. If you score yourself high in one area, it probably doesn't need that much attention. If you score yourself low in somewhere, such as show me, and that you might say, we don't have award-winning sales material and collateral, and our language maybe needs a bit of work, we'll say, well, there's an area we can work on. So as a diagnostic tool and as a guide, as a source of truth, I find that this template and toolkit works very well. The other thing that I observed when you look at it is that it looks like a swimming pool. So what I've done is I've said to clients, let's work in parallel tracks. We don't have to start this process. We can start now and say, let's have a look at where our wins are and let's start to execute this right away. So what I quite often do with clients after the first meeting is I'll say, let's start this process now of gathering information on what we do. And if there's things out there that we know we can do immediately that will bring benefit, let's do it now.